Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. We are working on Goldsmith quests, and, well, unfortunately we've made it out of the quest you can just buy your way through. We have to do it ourselves, but thankfully Raphael Crafting Solver exists, so I can just do that. Give myself the macros. Anywho, a royal request. Oh, Arya, it's a catastrophe that Her Grace the Sultana. She's suddenly decided to visit the guild. I can't imagine what I might have done to incur her wrath. But wait, if I did incur her wrath, I'd be the one summoned before her. But that's the way it works, right? Oh, tell me I'm right. Yes, miss. As much as I'd like to assist you, a rather important guest is due to arrive any moment now. Should you be referring to the Sultana, then I am she. Pray forgive me my appearance, but as my visit is private in nature, I wish to avoid the public eye. Your Grace, you're here already. No, wait. I mean, you honor us with your presence. Pray be at ease, Guildmaster, and may I say the surprise is mutual, for is this not my dear Arya who stands before me? I came with the intent of having Mr. Serendipity relay a request to you. Full glad am I that I may make my said request personally. You see, it is my desire to help ordinary Alamegans rebuild their lives. To this end, I intend to establish a school for artisans. Such a school requires this capable mistress, and to this vital role I would appoint none other than you, Arya. Some days ago, Her Grace made a visit to the city's refugee quarters. There, she bore witness to the full extent of their daily struggles, and the sight filled her with sorrow. More so than sorrow, it filled me with shame. Shame that such despair should exist under my rule. It served as a stern rebuke of my failings as a leader, and a reminder that mine inaction may beget great suffering, as it did when I allowed the leggy to run rampant, thus subjecting you and yours to unimaginable pain. As I have long believed, by helping the refugees, so too do we help Ul'dah. With Alamigo's liberation now a reality, her citizens will desire to return home. Alas, the years have left her industry barren, and there are precious few opportunities for repatriated citizens to make a living. If the nation is to survive and eventually thrive, we must needs till the soil of her economy. In pondering this endeavor, I sought the counsel of wise individuals from far and wide. It was their prevailing recommendation that the seeds of trade be sown through the training of craftsmen who would go on to create a production that would be synonymous with Alamigo. In this way did we arrive at the idea of an artisan school. Rhalgr's Reach, home to the Alamigan resistance, was nominated as the location. This left the question of who to send as schoolmaster, and searching for the answer, I turned to Master Marcel for his opinion on the exceptional goldsmith fit to represent Ul'dah. Of all the names he could speak, he speaks the very same that I had in mind. Yours, my dear Arya. Apologies for the suddenness of the request, my friend. I had been privy to the initiative for some time, but it was to be kept in the strictest of confidence. Lest you doubt the plan's feasibility, rest assured it has met with even the Syndicate's approval. For Alamigo is rich with not only in the smithing tradition, but in mineral deposits besides, a favorable environment for our goal of economic revival. I am providing such funds as I may to the initiative, yet an investment of coin alone feels somehow impersonal. To that end, I would make a further contribution to the future of the Alamigan people. My mother's crown, which she wore when she was wed. The jewels shall be of use in your work. The kindly soul that she was, my mother will be glad that it may serve a noble cause. Such sacrifice bespeaks the strength of Her Grace's commitment. Oh, Arya, you'll do it, won't you, for the people of Alamigo and Her Grace? And for me as well, for good measure? You can count on me. I have every faith that you would accept, but I am no less grateful for it. Thank you, Arya. I shall not soon forget this favor. Now then, I have entrusted the general arrangements for the school to Master Marcel. Pray have the particulars from him and Mr. Serendipity. I beg your pardons. Yes, this is he. What? So soon. Well, there certainly is no time like the present. At their Grace's behest, I had put out word among Almingham refugees that we are recruiting apprentices. The effect was immediate, and a number of promising young candidates have answered the call. As a matter of fact, they are already gathered outside the city walls near Spineless Basin. If you would care to accompany me, Ariana, this is a chance to meet your students-to-be. Outside? Outside. Okay. Hello, hello. My thanks for coming, Ariana. Now then, these are the 3 individuals who answered our call for apprentices. Though they are virgins to goldsmithing, they come to us with experience in other fields. In your capacity as schoolmaster, may I suggest you say a word to each of them? Once you are done here, pray return to the guild. There have been developments in the school's establishment, and Jamim will furnish you with the details. Alright. Wait, you're the teacher, but wait, this is gonna be a ravishing Mikote. I wonder if you're Mikote if he says, like, something else. Ah, fooled again, damn it. What does this mean? I keep falling for it. I suppose I ought to introduce myself. I'm Hal, and I'm a mine. Was, at any rate, but until my bastard of a brother Duke needed to come in a goldsmith. Well, that ain't exactly true, because I've always been interested in the craft. You name a rock or ore, I've dug it up, and it's downright fascinating to learn and how it all gets used. Hello, Chief. Widow's name, and I here with my brother Hal. I used to smith for the Resistance, fix some weapons and such. In our country, there's always some fighting going on somewhere, and I grew up thinking a craftsman works only on tools of war. Before she died, Ma would always tell us the fighting would end one day. And when that day comes, Almega's gonna need craftsmen what'll bring her coin and make her prosper. Recently started giving more thought to Ma's words, asked myself how I might help my country get back on its feet. Then this opportunity came up to learn goldsmithing, and I took it as a sign and took it up. What shorts are those? I'm actually really curious what the heck? Really curious what pants those are. Sorry, distracted. It's a pleasure to meet you, miss. I'm Jacobika, and I've loved trinkets and accessories since I was little, so I started working at a small jewelry shop. And first I was just the shopkeep, but simply selling stuff got boring fast, so and there are artisans to teach me a thing or two, and I learned enough to help out with repairs, but then I decided I wanted to become an artisan myself, and here I am. But enough about me and more about you. I heard that you're the one who crafted the music boxes that played an original instrument of a famous tune by none other than the songstress of Ulda. Yeah, that was definitely me. I knew it! You've been talking to the shop, and everyone there is going to be so jealous when they hear I'll be learning from you. Most importantly, I've always admired your work, and it's an absolute honor for me, and I promise to do my best. Alright, back at the Goldsmiths Guild. Hello, Jamim. I've been waiting for you, Arya. As you will have heard from Master Marcel, there have been developments in regards to the artisans' school. Guildmaster Serendipity has selected a goldsmith who will serve as your deputy. May I introduce Miss Emeloth? At your service, though we meet for the first time, your many accomplishments are well known to me. It will be an honor and a pleasure both to assist you in instilling the fundamentals of goldsmithing into our budding young apprentices. When the school is finally open and Rhalgr's reached, Miss Emeloth will be the resident instructor, overseeing the students' everyday learning. The chance to work with an acclaimed goldsmith such as you seldom visits, and when the offer came, I fairly jumped at it. I endeavor to be a worthy deputy to you. This feels like the resume where you just made up everything, be like, I just bought everything off the market board that was requested. Like just a completely green person and Rob they were definitely not actually qualified for. Now then, it will be a little while until classes begin, so feel free to go about your business for now. Rest assured I shall be in touch when the time comes. Next Goldsmith quest will be available from Jimmy upon reaching level 63. Requirements for undertaking subsequent quests can be reviewed in your journal! Gemworks? In progress. Glad tidings, Ari. The Alamegan resistance has sent word that all is in readiness at Rhalgr's Reach for the Artisan School. The time has come for you and Miss Emelot to strike out for Garabanya, there to cultivate a new generation of goldsmith. Though I am not directly involved, the mere thought of the venture sets my heart aflutter. Now then, your deputy awaits you at Spineless Basin, where I believe you first met your students. Pray see to your preparations and join her there at your earliest convenience. But that's back out there. Gate of Nald. Oh, yeah, okay. Right over here. It's now raining. Good morrow to you, Arya. You just missed our apprentices. They struck out for Rhalgr's Reach but moments ago. A shame you couldn't see their stunned faces when I told them that the school was established under the patronage of the Sultana herself, and nay, they had no idea who their benefactor was. Doubtless they assumed their coin was publicly sourced, but the seventh hell would freeze over before old Odd becomes so charitable. The truth is, Her Grace is personally bearing all expenses. However, she desires no credit for it and wishes instead to keep the initiative quiet, and so, when the call went out for apprentices, nary a mention was made of her involvement. I can only imagine how the three will react when they learn Her Grace's contributions includes her Lady Mother's crown. Speaking of the crown, I have it in my safekeeping. Let us see it safely at Rhalgr's Reach, where our eager apprentices await. Shall we then? Wait, are we actually going to be in the expansions area this time? Crazy hog. Elves of Like choose the right expansion, and Walker is not going to help us get to Rhalgr's Reach. It turns out. And remember you can ride mounts. There you are, Arya. Upon arriving, I was surprised to learn that yours is already an established name here in these parts. It makes it all the more compelling that Her Grace would name you for the role. Without further ado, I introduce you to Kanchana, our liaison with the Resistance. Greetings and welcome to Rhalgr's Reach. We announce love accessories. I love to make them wear them. The goldsmithing of you. Your kind is most intriguing, and I look forward to observing your techniques. But tell me, this crown you have brought, such a precious thing, yet you mean to take it apart for its stones? Yeah, it belongs to Sultana's mother and it's worth a fortune. To be honest, the idea of working on it frightens me. The idea frightens me as well. But even the schoolmaster should feel daunted. This speaks the weight of the Sultana's hopes for the initiative. It is a tradition among nobles to bequeath gemstones unto those nearest and dearest to them, and to Her Grace, the people of Eorzea are as her children. So let's receive the stones with thanks and ensure that they serve a good cause, that which will lead to a better future for Alamegans, as is Her Grace's will. So that is the way of it. Very well, I shall show you the space we've set aside for use by the Artisan School. I must ask, is that to be your actual name? It strikes me as somewhat generic. Hard to argue with that. We're gonna be selling our wares eventually. I reckon we'll need to catch your name to slap on them. Right, something less a school, more a workshop, like the Crown Gemworks, you know, in honor of the Sultana. I believe this is a fine idea, and is a fine name. What do you say, Schoolmaster? It's official then, from this moment forth, the Crown Gemworks is in operation. Kanchana, pray lead the way. Schoolmaster, to begin with, may I suggest you have a word with each of the apprentices? It would serve to build rapport, and you would stand to learn about them. Can you just tell me where you got your shorts? I need to know what shorts those are. Like, seriously. I'm sure a wiki has it somewhere, right? Hopefully. Maybe. Oh, I'm like, wait, quest here. What quest is this? Oh, I bet that's probably one of those quests. Okay. That's fine then. I ignore. For now. Me, I've never done no crafting before, and that's all I can do. Remember the basics. But Miss Emma says I've got a sense for working stone. That's my mind experience talking, I reckon. On glancing, I can tell a stone's character, its hardness, and all that. Can't say the same when it comes to metal, though. I've dug up ore to be sure, but the stuff what comes to us ain't ore no more. Stone don't change like that. Although they're cheap, just working on the basics at the moment. Having been a smithy, the metal side of things comes pretty natural to me, but cutting and polishing stones, it's a whole new world. I can't for the life of me tell what's going good and what's bad. I haven't seen enough finished products, I suppose. What shorts do you have? Also, what boots do you have? I need to know these things. Schoolmaster, so it's true what Miss Emma says, and you all are warriors here and fought with him besides. Wow, to think that your skilled hands could create magnificent works of art as well as wreak bloody havoc. You're a truly versatile schoolmaster, and an honor to be your pupil. Most of all, I'm honored that her grace would entrust us with her crown, but a little nervous as well because I can be clumsy sometimes. So I'll have to take extra care that my hands don't slip. You've spoken with our apprentices. How do they fare? I see. My own impressions are much the same as yours. Jakebika shows promise. Her time in the jewelry shop is instilled with her with artistic sense, and she has zeal in abundance. Challenge will be the two brothers. Weedle works metal like a veteran, but stone like a layman. Hal, meanwhile, is the opposite. Brilliant with stone, but lackluster with metal. Goldsmith proficient in only one area is no goldsmith at all, and I've a mind to have them overcome their weaknesses ere I let them move on to the next step. What say you, schoolmaster? Cultivate their strengths first. Oh, before addressing weaknesses, you would first cultivate strengths. Mayhap there is wisdom in this. This early stage of focus on shortcomings is liable to undermine motivation. With this in mind, I have a proposal. We prepare a sample product, which our apprentices will work together to reproduce to the best of their abilities. The plan is to create something from beginning to end, and to that end, we will have each person take charge of the area in which he or she excels. This exercise will give them not only a sense of satisfaction, but also a better understanding of each aspect of our craft in context. My thanks, Schoolmaster. Such an idea would not have occurred to me without your input. Now, on the question of a sample, I believe that it is best made by your hands. The quality would be surpassed aught I could hope to produce, and the knowledge that came from you would serve to inspire our apprentices. As for the subject, yes, a silver ring should pose a suitable challenge, something adorned with a beautiful lapis lazuli from Her Grace's crown. Here are some materials to get you started. Should you require more, you need to ask Conchana. To proceed with this quest, use the materials provided by Emma to craft a sample ring. Should your synthesis efforts prove unsuccessful, speak with Conchana to receive another set of materials. Begin with the crafting process, select blocks from the main menu, followed by crafting log. Next, select special recipes from within the requisite crafting discipline, then class, and lastly, class quest to locate the desired recipe. So I just have that shortcutted. Special recipes, class. So you can actually see all the items we will need here. I'm going to copy item name and search for it on Raphael. And that. Must reach target quality. I believe that's what I want. Oh. That was really fast. Alright, macros. I have a lot of space, don't I? Crafty. Quest. I remember how to do this. There we go. Alright, so let's synthesize. No experience granted. Let's hit our macro. Wow, it's so difficult. Yes, I could have done it on my own, but also Raphael. Our apprentices keenly await their task area. May I ask if the ring is ready? You bet it is. Pyrogott's beard, such an immaculately balanced ring, and the exquisite texture, each hammer stroke lovingly measured. I expect to be impressed, but I find myself in utter awe. This ring is a very embodiment of perfection, a worthy vessel for the Sultana's faith and goodwill. It's the simplest articles that separate masters from middling craftsmen. I wonder if our aspiring young goldsmith will be able to appreciate the difference. Everyone, gather round. For your next task, we'll have you make a simple ring. Schoolmaster Ariana has personally crafted a sample for your reference. Oh, there's no way I could possibly make something this fine. Not within my lifetime, definitely not today. Such refreshing candor and sentiment I can truly appreciate. Though I am no expert, 'tis plain that this is the work of a true master. Or someone who's just level 95. And so it is, but do not be daunted, my apprentices. Actually, I guess I'm 96 now. For we neither ask nor expect a master's quality of you yet. Nay, your goal is to simply produce a finished product, and you needn't give thought beyond that. And here I was thinking I was handed with metal, but this is taking it to another level. I hear you. I thought the gem was already perfect when it was on the crown, but now it's more perfect. What tiny warps there was on the surface are all gone. Not that I noticed them before. Might be as we're better at some things than we are at others, but it's all the same next to what the schoolmaster can do. Right, the goal is so far away, it doesn't seem to matter where we start from, what our strengths and weaknesses are. Rest assured, your strengths are nothing to look down upon, and we shall draw upon them first of all. As such, the work will be delegated as follows. Ueda will be responsible for fashioning the band. Hal will cut and polish the stone, and last but not least, Jakebika will take charge of the initial design and finishing touches. Doubt not that the time will come when you strive for mastery in all aspects of goldsmithing. But to begin with, we want you to focus on cultivating your individual strengths, and bid you join them together now to create your very first finished product. Yes, miss! We appreciate you taking the time to craft such an amazing sample, especially for us, and we promise to do our very best. The schoolmaster and I have every confidence that you will. Remember, this workshop is yours. Everything here is at your disposal. But should you have any further needs or questions, do not hesitate to come to us. The change in their bearing was fairly palpable, wasn't it not? To behold your ring was to gaze up at the true heights of our craft and instill them with newfound determination. Look forward to seeing how they will rise to the challenge. Sure. In polishing your skills as a goldsmith, you have learned quality assurance. Which means that goods happen more often, which, if you're macroing, doesn't matter that much, I guess. Blind-sighted. Thanks to your inspired idea and extraordinary craftsmanship, we have addressed the issue of the two brothers' shortcomings and may carry on their education. Alas, another issue has arisen, this time with Jakebika. She possesses a determination, artistic sense, and above all, love for jewelry. I was quite certain she would succeed as a goldsmith. But she is, for want of a better word, clumsy. Remarkably so, she falters at the most vital steps when applying the finishing touches, and ends up having to start from scratch. This has happened so many times now, she has become quite depressed. Considering how reliable she is at molding, I cannot understand why she would struggle in this way. Maybe she puts too much pressure on herself and it robs her of a steady touch. Whatever the cause may be, perhaps you will be able to discern it where I could not. Might I trouble you looking on Jakebika, schoolmaster? And the other two as well, while you're at it. You are like to find them at the Sutler's tents. It's like way over there. Hey, remember when you could ride mounts in endgame areas? Hello, you three. Me? I've been watching Miss Emeloth trying to imitate her movements, and she's real graceful with her hands, you know. Next time maybe you could let us watch you too. Jekebika, she's been having a lot of mishaps of late, and it's gotten her down. Funny thing is, you know when something's about to go wrong. She furrows her brows, looks real focused, and then lets out a growl. And the next moment, all her hard work's undone. Thanks again for the other day, Chief. We got our heads down and together, trying to put out a ring what won't shame you. Haven't noticed anything about Jekebika's work? She's a sight better than me, and that's taking all her bungling into account. More's the pity, because she seems to know exactly what she wants to do. I ain't no expert yet anyway, but might be she could stand to slow it down some. I mean, outside of work, and she always gets me and Hal mixed up. I want to 90% most, but I'm clearly the better looking one. Hello. What are your pants and boots? Schoolmaster, I'm at my wit's end. I keep on watching the finishing touches, and it's just so frustrating. I don't know what to do anymore. It's never clumsy like this in the past, and though people say I talk in streams of thoughts, I would never rush my work, but for some reason my hands and fingers don't move as I will them. I can't for the life of me work out what's wrong, and it's driving me mad. I'm just about ready to give up. That told me nothing. Right, let's go back to Emila. Yeah. Over here, there you be. We're able to learn aught of Jekebika's situation. She furrows her eyebrows before an instance of bungling, you say. She struggled to tell the two brothers apart besides. It seems to me the problem lies with her eyes. I was aware of her eyesight, but I assumed that her spectacles corrected it. Well, Jekebika is right there, so let us test her vision and ascertain the possibility. Schoolmaster, may I trouble you to summon her while Kanchana and I set things up? Alright. She's blind. We should test my vision, Schoolmaster Arya? Well, of course. So I just stand here and should I take off my spectacles? Nay, young Goldsmith, pray leave them on. Let us begin then. Whose hand is raised, Miss Emilos or mine? Well, that's easy. Yours, Kanchana. It honestly appears that way to you? By the gods, girl, what world have you been living? And how have you not already strolled off a cliff? We have our answer. Her spectacles have outlived their usefulness. We have her schoolmaster be so kind as to make her a new pair. It just so happens I had spectacles in mind for the next task. From the curves of the lens to the joint of the frame, these items demand a high degree of precision and are thus ideal for cultivating attention to detail. Spectacles you craft for Jekebika would also serve admirably as a sample for our apprentices, and for their added benefit, may I suggest that you make a demonstration of it? So, the schoolmaster will make me a new pair of spectacles. It'll be our reference for the next task. Whenever you're ready, Arya. As before, if you're short of materials, Kanchana will furnish you with whatever you require. Alright, well, we just need to make some... Oh, I'm over here. That precision spectacles. I am just going to use the same button, because I'm pretty sure it will still work. Because something level. Something. Which experience is this giving? Jeez, 1.8 million? Okay, that's actually kind of insane. How are spectacles coming along? Here you go. I feel like it does scale for your level, that's cool. Oh, praise be, I can see again! All the beauty of nature in its fullest brilliance, extending as high as the heavens, as far as the horizon. My world is so wide now, I feel as though anything and everything's possible. Thank you, Schoolmaster. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. To look at your glee, it's a wonder you didn't realize the fault lay in your spectacles. At any rate, you may work again with confidence. She could hardly see worth a damn, but she could still do a sight better than us. We're gonna let our game something fierce. You hear me, Hal? Loud and clear, Weedle. Loud and clear. These are the finest spectacles a girl could hope to own. I don't know how close we can get to such quality. We're gonna give it our all. Prior to this, Jessica showed a glimpse of promise, but with her new spectacles, I believe she is set to give us a veritable eyeful. Seeing this has served to stoke the fires within Weedle and Hal, we may expect much and more from them also. They may be works in progress, but quickly are they taking shape. Ere long, they will become goldsmiths in their own right. From our perspective, they still have a way far to go, but they now have it in them to craft wares fit to grace shop displays. In anticipation of this, I've been consulting Master Marcel, finding purveyors willing to stock their handiwork. Ours is an unknown name for now, but the day will come when people the realm over gather in droves, seeking crown gemworks articles. It is to see such a day arrive that we labor. It occurs to me that if the spectacles are to serve as reference, but Jacobi could not need to remove them. How would you carry out the work in that case? Oh, right you are. Shall we say this is part of the challenge? But afford us a little more time to prepare for the next task? In polishing your skills as a goldsmith, you have learned manipulation, aka one of the most useful skills for crafting. The perfect tribute. Schoolmaster, I trust you've been keeping well. It pleases me to say that our apprentices are making sound progress. Such is their dedication, they've even formed a study group of their own volition. Pray excuse me a moment. Oh, Master Marcel, good day to you. Truly, we are in your debt. You will recall that I have been looking for willing outlets for our apprentices' handiwork. To that end, I sent some samples of Master Marcel to present to merchants. Well, that was Master Marcel reporting on the results, and it seems the samples were very well received. No few outlets have expressed their interest, with some willing to stock our wares on a trial basis. Though it's low volume still, orders have already come in, and Master Marcel asked that the apprentices come to Echthames for a meeting with a client. To reach this stage in so short a time is a tremendous achievement. They may rightfully feel proud. Speaking of the apprentices, they shall be glad that the tidings, maybe perhaps the schoolmaster would care to be the bearer. There is no denying the news will be sweeter coming from you, Arya. I trouble you to tell them. You will find them gathered by Chakra Falls to the north, engaged in some furtive enterprise, if I might add. Right up here. Hello, sightseeing point. I've done all of them once. I don't know if I want to do them all again, man. Some of them are pain and suffering. It's Schoolmaster Ariana. What are you doing? I mean, what can we do for you? What? Did I hear you right? You just told us we've received real orders from real clients? Oh, and there I thought we was years away from making sellable stuff. It's all thanks to you, Miss Emora. We'll put our best work and make you proud. You'll see. So, you're probably wondering why we're gathered like this and talking secret stock. See, we want to do something to show our gratitude to the Sultana for getting this opportunity to become goldsmiths and contribute to Alamigo's future. She even sacrificed her mother's crown, seeing as our wares are now fit for the market. It's time we repay their kindness. Problem is, we can't decide how to go about it. What to give her? We was thinking maybe we could use that crown's remaining gems to make something beyond that. Oh, I have an idea. The meeting with the clients will take place at Echthames, and Master Marcel will be on hand, am I right? Well, if anyone knows a suitable tribute, it will be him, so perhaps we should consult him on it while we're there and give us heart if you were present as well? Yeah, what she said. we feel a lot better having you with us. Anyway, we best be off. Come on, you two. You've got some orders to receive. Alright, back to Ul'dah. Ariana, I am pleased to report that the meeting went smoothly and that Clint left feeling confident. Now then, your apprentices say you have a consultation for me. Oh, a tribute for the Sultana, one which makes use of the gems from Our Lady Mother's crown. That's a fair idea. Alas, I have none of my own to offer. Not likely is coming to mind. As I am sure you will appreciate, I am honored-bound to protect my patron's confidentiality. It should not infringe upon my code of conduct to share with you such rumors as are commonly heard in town. Whispers are believed a maiden who shares an uncanny resemblance to the Sultana has been observed frequently in a certain shop. The maiden in question is in fact her grace. It may well be that something has taken her fancy, and that something may offer an answer to your question. You've seen the Sultana in disguise on a number of occasions, I believe. You ought to be able to recognize her easily enough. Well, this all sounds promising. It just so happens Hal and Guido are at Sapphire Avenue Exchange, so I'll fetch them and we'll investigate the rumor further. Once we've got a name for the shop, we'll lay and wait for the Sultana, and we'll need you to be on hand to identify her. See you in a bit, Schoolmaster! Thank you for your kind help, Mr. Marcel. Alright, back to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. There you are. Schoolmaster, a short while ago there was a sighting of a maiden who looks not unlike her grace, accompanied by a person who looks not unlike an old man. Second-hand information to be sure, but if it's true, it's not unlike a golden chance, and we just need to find out what this shop is that the Sultana visits. No time for supplies, we got Sultana to find. You'll be pleased to hear I've narrowed down the arms vendor. It's a place owned by one jealous juggernaut. She's Sultana's favorite shop's just across the way. Keep watch there long enough, she's bound to appear. Wait, where's Guido? There he is. Sorry for making you run around with us like this, Chief, but it won't take much longer, I promise. We've got good info on the shop, what's mentioned in the rumors. The sundry goods store opposite an arms vendor, and there's only so many of those at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Let's go down to the arms vendor. Here? Down here. Yeah. I know where I'm going. Maybe. Possibly. Debatably. Based on we don't know how's information, this is where the Sultana-esque maiden appears. Look! Papa Short-esque man. To come and see this orchestrion fairly every day. You are truly taken by it, Lady Lilira. Oh, it is perfect in all ways, save for its size. Would that it were small enough to fit in my bedchamber. Does an elegant and compact orchestrion not exist? Such an eye would suit my lady very well indeed, but I fear it will prove elusive to find even in our great city. Schoolmaster, was that who I think it was? And she designed an elegant and compact orchestrion. Father God be praised! Now that we know what to make, we must back to Rhalgr's Reach so you can get to work right away. And you'll say we'll be needing your help. Oh, we ought to say our thanks to Master Marcel again, but me and the others can take care of that, so please go on ahead. Alright, back to Rhalgr's Reach. Our apprentices have told me all. They wish to present her grace with an elegant and compact orchestrion. 'Tis a fine choice for a tribute, and may find her still with the gems from her lady mother's crown. While large machines fashioned by carpenters are the norm, I believe as well within the realm of possibility there's a miniaturized version with our goldsmithing techniques. But by our techniques, I mean yours and mine, schoolmaster. Though our apprentices have become capable enough to fill the odd order, they yet lack the skill needed to craft precision instruments, and orchestrions demand no small degree of precision. But seeing as they are determined, it falls to us to prepare them for the challenge. To that end, I have a mind to test them on a similarly complex apparatus, a tabletop chronometer. From past experience, rather than being taken by the hand, I believe our apprentices learn best by following your example. And so I would ask that you perform yet another demonstration. Pray begin whenever you're ready, schoolmaster, and let Kanchana know if you have a need of additional materials. Alright, sample chronometer. We will hit the same button again. It was not enough. Okay, I need to make a new button for the next one. It needed another press there. How fares the crafting effort, Arya? Both the apprentices and I eagerly await your finished chronometer. Actually, it looks like it was accurate to 8 hours at a time there. But this schoolmaster is absolutely flawless. My breath fairly caught in my throat. My expectations of you are high as a matter of course, but you manage to transcend them every time. Apprentices, you are not like to find a finer example of a chronometer. Study it well and reproduce it as best you can, and you shall acquire the requisite knowledge and techniques for making an orchestrion. We're supposed to reproduce that? My hands are starting to shake, but it's not out of dread, but the excitement of tackling the task. The more I learn goldsmithing, the more I'm made to apprentice the schoolmaster's brilliance and keenly feel how utterly unpolished I am next to her. If you're like a god among goldsmiths, up in your own place in the heavens while we're bumbling down here on the ground. And though we may never get to where you are, we'll keep on climbing every mountain, the hopes that one day we will. Tis well that they are motivated, but this will be the steepest mountain yet. But when they have climbed it, they will be all the more prepared to climb all the others to come. Oh, it's 5 at least. That's, like, not the worst. I think I selected the wrong material. It's fine. I want to check something real quick. Script exchange. Crafter gear. Is there gear in here? It's gonna be like base, right? Oh, this is 90. It's not gonna be 90. 60. It's not those ones. No. Gem key. What's that pair? They did weird mixed matching on NPCs even before we could. Oh, that's definitely the gloves, not the pants. Okay. 70? No. Just curious. It's not... Okay, it's not the gem keep set. I just want to know what those dang pants are. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, anyway. Sultana, dreaming. Oh, Schoolmaster, our apprentices wish to consult you regarding the orchestrion they intend to make for the Sultana. You will find them over by Chakra Falls, their favorite place to convene when they have something to hide. And while you're there, could you please tell them that they are needed at the workshop? As it happens, they have other tasks requiring their attention. While I'm running over there, let's copy the item name for what we'll need for this quest. Drop it in. Not go in the water? We have manipulation now. Okay. That should be an updated macro. Ah, Schoolmaster Ariana, you'll never guess, but we've already begun working on the orchestrion and without Miss Emiloth's knowledge because we want to see how well we can do it by ourselves. Like before, we divide up the task between the three of us, and I'm in charge of the cylinder. Each of the parts are ready already, and all that remains is to join them together. Oh, and also apply the finishing touches and fix the gemstones. But these two things we'd like to entrust to you, seeing as the Gemworks wouldn't be, well, the Gemworks without you. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we'd appreciate if you and Miss Emiloth could examine our work to make certain everything is up to scratch. Alright. Chief, mind taking a look at this for me? It's a case for the orchestrion. Fitting the wooden bits together was a deal harder than I expected. But I kept at it till it all came together. Or at least I think I did. Miss Emiloth needs us back. Ugh, bugger. Supposed to unload the supplies. Knew I just forgot something. So, we've been working on orchestrion secret. The adornments are my task, and I was hoping you could tell me how good or shy a job I did. At first, we was thinking to make the whole thing together ourselves, but then we got to thinking some more. You and your grace go back a long way, right? Well, it seemed to us the tribute to be all the more special if it was if you was to handle the finishing touches, attaching the gemstones and all that. Show the work. Macros. Let's replace that macro with new macro. You have spoken with our apprentices, so what manner of mischief has been keeping them up late at night? Joop, joop, joop. They made all of these completely unaided? If they want my honest opinion, it's good enough to assemble and present to the Sultana. With this degree of polish, there's no reason why they couldn't handle the rest themselves. I can appreciate the sentimental value in entrusting the finishing touches and gemstones to you. As our apprentices say, the Gemworks wouldn't be what it is without you, and as the Sultana's personal friend, your involvement would imbue the tribute with greater meaning. In addition to symbolizing her grace's faith in us, the gemstones represent the cherished memories of her mother. If any of us here should have the honor of breathing new life into them, it is you. With that, I shall leave you to it. Remember, should you require additional supplies, you need to speak but with Kanchana. I look forward to beholding the finished orchestrion in all its glory. Let's do that, synthesize. There we go. That's a more finishable macro. It is a ready, Schoolmaster. The orchestrion. Gods, I believe I'm getting butterflies in spite of myself. Oh my, this is magnificent! A more refined and elegant orchestrion I've never seen. I can already see it's gracing the Sultana's chamber, its music imbuing her slumber with sweet dreams. Such a grand tribute calls for a grand occasion which to present it, and as the creators, suffice it to say you and the apprentices must be in attendance. I shall arrange for the Crown Gemworks to have an audience with her grace. Until that time, let all keep the nature of the tribute in confidence. The orchestrion now shall leave in your safekeeping, Arya. At the appointed hour, pray take it to the palace entrance on the royal promenade. Say your business to the Sultan sworn on duty, and he will show you in. I shall see you there. Alright, back to Ulda. Arya of the Crown Gemworks. We have been expecting you have the article to be presented, I trust. Here you go. Very good. Lest you wonder your colleagues have already arrived, I shall take you to join them. Her Grace will receive you in her chambers. Be at ease, my friends. I'm informed you are coming with a gift. Yes, Your Grace. A humble token of gratitude from the apprentice Goldsmith for the generosity you have shown them. Do mine eyes deceive? Does it not please you, Your Grace? How should it not please me? 'Tis the very thing I desired, yet was resigned never to find. The jewels that adorn it, they are familiar to me and comfortingly so. Could they be? Indeed, Your Grace. We took the liberty of using jewels from your lady mother's crown. May I try it? Naught would please us more, Your Grace. It was a collaboration between the apprentices who crafted and assembled the primary components and their schoolmaster Ariana, who handled the finishing touches. I gave the crown willingly and expected naught in return, yet here it is returned to me, reborn in magnificent form. I am grateful beyond words, not only for this gift, but also what it represents. You're coming into your own as Goldsmiths, ready to contribute to the future of your homeland. From the first, I had every faith in you, Arya, but even so, I dared not hope that this day would come so soon. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. A happier audience we could not have expected. Now then, ere we return to Rhalgr's Reach, may I suggest we gather at the Goldsmiths Guild? You set out to repay the Sultana, and you have succeeded in the grandest fashion. I'm truly happy for you. Master Marcel beheld the orchestrion for the first time, was deeply impressed. He makes his way here even as we speak, doubtless with words of praise. Though, if I may add, when he called, he sounded uncharacteristically flustered. Oh, we have a situation on our hands. Oh dear, what could this be about? No sooner did I reach Eshthames than I was flooded with orders for the self-same orchestrion they presented the Sultana. It seems that word has gone out of the Crown Gemworks tribute for her grace. Ul'dah is not rife with if not rife with rumors. That it happened with such speed beggars belief. Months passing on, no one else was in attendance save ourselves, and afterward we came directly to the guild. Oh, I'm sorry. It was me. On the way here, I bumped into Momodi, and I might have let slip. I see if Mistress Momodi knows, then it's fair to say that so does everyone. Far be it her grace's intent to publicize her initiative, but neither did she expressly forbid us from speaking. You've done no ill, Miss Serendipity. On the contrary, you've done extremely well from the perspective of commerce. The merchant in me is fair giddy at the opportunities this presents. So what say you all? My Eshthames aesthetics have the honor of carrying gemwork orchestrions as an Alamegan specialty. Are you serious? Are handiwork sold at a prestigious place like Eshthames? Are we ready for this? Don't worry, brother. We've got the Skullmaster at our backs, remember? I think not, lest you forget my princesses. You are the heart of the initiative, and relying upon the Schoolmaster would take the shine off your tail. I concur with that assessment. Furthermore, for all intents and purposes, products synonymous with Alamigo has been born this day. In other words, Ariana has fulfilled her role stipulated by the Sultana, and with distinction besides. It would not be meet to demand more of her. We'll manage by ourselves somehow. I know we will, so you needn't worry. Yes, that's the spirit. Now, even though Arya won't always be on hand like before, I'm sure she'll visit Rhalgr's Reach whenever she's able, and you may rest assured that Ameloth won't be going anywhere anytime soon. Near or far, wherever you are, you'll always be our schoolmaster, Miss Schoolmaster Ariana, and we'll always be waiting for you. Miss Ameloth, if I might trouble you for a moment of your time, I should be very much like to discuss the matter of supply. And ere we go our separate ways, allow me to say to you all what an honor and privilege it has been to be a part of this tale. Suffice it to say, I shall continue to watch the Crown Gemworks with great interest and pray ever for its success. Next time, my friends. And just like that, we have completed the goldsmithing quest. So, there is not a new quest here at Serendipity. That's because when it comes to Shadowbringers and beyond, they did something a bit different for it. And that you see this here, the crystalline mean. They, instead of like how they with the combat classes, they like only really did that finishing quest and that they had the role quest. Well, crafters and gatherers have the same sort of thing in that each of these NPCs here has covers a specific type of thing. Like this is going to be the fishing one, and so on. There's fishing, mining, botany, and then the crafters are split up between all the rest. So, when it comes to doing this, it probably won't be till I get all of the crafters done with their quests. The gatherers are done, but I want to get all the crafters through Stormblood before I start looking at the Shadowbringers quest, and then Endwalker and Dawn Trail, and then 8.0, and etc, etc. So, on that note, as said, these are a good experience if you're still leveling. I mean, not compared to like Spaces now, but Space is an insane experience. I mean, this is good, like one-time experience. But at any rate, that is the Goldsmith quest for Stormblood. So, thank you for watching. Like I said, I'm gonna slowly poke away through the rest of these. There's a lot of crafters, so there's a lot of quests to do. And I do have it already unlocked, so I'm gonna do some shenanigans to get the initial unlock quest. And anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe, maybe click the bell for notifications. Also be sure to check out the description below, various links, social media, Discord, come hang out, get notifications there too. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!